running the entire company and growing it to a place they had never seen. Yeah, and just thriving. So people are worth a second chance.
Wow, that is great. Latino Group offers $5,000 to disrupt Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live. I bet something's going to happen. We'll be back after this 1 minute, 10-second break. Stay tuned to the Power Hour. This is Joyce.
And Josh.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate, to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay.
Every Thursday night at 7 on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050.
This is Dick from Carpet Masters. Carpet Masters has been serving the Inland Empire for over 55 years. Carpet Masters uses extraction cleaning for your carpet because there's no better cleaning to remove the soil from your carpet. All of our furniture cleaning is done by hand in your home or in our plant. Carpet Masters also offers dry cleaning for fine furniture. Call Carpet Masters at 793-7215. That's 793-7215 for Carpet Masters.
This is 1050 AM, KCAA Loma Linda, and 106.5 FM, Yucaipa.
CNBC Radio, we're just minutes away from the October jobs report. 183,000 new jobs expected, as is a 5% unemployment rate. As it stands now, stocks are on track for their sixth winning week in a row. How investors take the jobs report determines where they'll end this day. British Airways owner wants Boeing and Airbus to cut prices for their newer fuel-efficient jets. IAG says that if fuel costs stay low, plane makers are going to need to make them more worth the while. Disney reported a higher profit for its latest quarter. Movie profits doubled thanks to Ant-Man, the movie, and cable income was up because Disney sold more ads on ESPN. Kraft Heinz issued its first report as a merged company. Net income fell because it sold even less macaroni and cheese and less Capri Sun fruit drinks. Sprint kicks off the holiday season today with a new deal. New and existing customers that activate a qualifying Samsung device will get a full year of Amazon's Prime service free. Chuck Kamlick, CNBC Radio.
Are you ready to take your diabetes management to the next level? Put the Contour Next meter to the test and challenge your meter. The Contour Next meter makes testing easy and highly accurate with close to lab level results. And Contour Next gives you a second chance, allowing you to reapply to the same strip when the first sample is not enough, saving you time and money. So take the challenge. Go to ContourNextChallenge.com, and now you can find the new Contour Next 35-count test strips only at Walmart.
You're a small to mid-sized business with 300 to 3,000 employees. You face the same network security challenges as big businesses do, but can't support a big IT investment, leaving your doors open to advanced cyber threats. Barracuda next-generation firewalls provide all the core features of enterprise firewalls and UTMs, but without hidden costs and deployment hurdles, making owning a big business firewall no big deal for your SMB. Reclaim your network. Try a Barracuda next-gen firewall risk-free at barracuda.com/firewalls.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
With your Wednesday news, I'm Jim Miller, CNBC News, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, the station that leaves no listener behind. Search for suspects continues in Tuesday's golf cart caper. Riverside police said about 12:30 they responded to reports of a stolen golf cart. Cart's owner found his chariot Tuesday afternoon in a field near Columbia Avenue and La Sandina. The owner witnessed the suspected bandits flee from the scene before he called Riverside Police. By 1 p.m., the case of grand theft golf cart remained under investigation. Work resuming following the bridge accident that injured 9 workers earlier last month. The bridge that was being lowered into place caused some wooden supports to collapse will be removed. A new bridge using a build-in-place method will be constructed at East Grand Boulevard as part of the widening of the 91 freeway. East Grand between 3rd Street and Joy Street will be closed each night, weather permitting, for 4 weeks. Many homeowners zapped by their property tax bills are considering appealing their assessments. Thousands suffered sticker shock when their bills arrived in the mail last month. For those who had their taxes reduced during the Great Recession, the recovering economy and increased land values have boosted their bills. Property values have increased back to the original base rate much more quickly than the Prop 13 rate for properties generally. I'm Jim Miller, CNBC News, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
It's time for your KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5 traffic report. I'm Erin Brinker. In Ontario, we have an off-ramp blocked on the 60 eastbound at Archibald Avenue. There's a SIG alert, a big rig wreck with a down light pole has the off-ramp shut down. Alternate exit at Vineyard or Haven. In Ontario, stop-and-go traffic on the 60 westbound between the 15 and the 57 Orange Freeway. The 10 is slow and go from the 15 to White Avenue. The 210 west is busy between Milliken and Carnelian. In Riverside, stop-and-go traffic on the 91 westbound between Magnolia Avenue and Green River Road. The 71 south is busy between Euclid Avenue and the 91. In Temecula, stop-and-go traffic on the 15 southbound between the 79 Winchester Road and the 79 South Temecula Parkway. In Moreno Valley, slow traffic on the 215 northbound between Alessandro Boulevard and Highway 60. The 60 west is busy between Day Street and the 215. This has been your KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5 traffic report. I'm Erin Brinker.
As the owner of my business, I wear a lot of hats. I'm accounting, sales, and so much more. But I don't know marketing.
Let Dex Media be your marketing department. Our team can create a digital plan for you with everything from search to social. Contact Dex Media, that's DEX Media, to get found, get chosen, and get talked about.
Whoa, that's a job for cleanup, which would be me.
Call 844-230-3436 or visit dexmedia.com today.
For more local radio every day, tune into KCAA Loma Linda.
Good morning. It's Friday, and I'm Erin Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on the brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050. Got Brandon in the booth. How you doing, Brandon?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Are you excited about this weekend?
I am.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I'm going to a birthday party and maybe another event, but the birthday party has the priority right now.
Yeah, well, sounds like fun. So, yeah, Tobin, we've got a busy weekend, too.
Yeah, we do.
And we'll talk about it on Monday.
We will.
We'll talk about it on Monday. So before we get started, as I always do, or at least I always try to do, I want to let everybody know all the ways they can listen to KCAA. Of course, you can find us at 1050 on the AM dial. You can also find us at 106.5 on the FM dial. You can find us at kcaaradio.com, where you'll find links to all of our social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also find us, while you're there, you can watch our embedded Ustream feed. You can click to listen directly online. If you have an Apple device, you can listen with the TuneIn app. If you have an Android device, you can listen with at kcaaexpress.com. If you have none of the above, you can call to listen at 832-999-1050. That's 832-999-1050. And this, Fridays are always so much fun on the Brink Morning Show. We've got Adam Russell joining us. Of course, he is with City National Bank, and he's also with the Cal State San Bernardino School of Business and Public Administration's Business Alliance. So welcome, Adam. How you doing?
Woohoo!
Lots of energy today.
That's right, man.
So,
hey, I'm seeing James Bond this evening. Bought the tickets already.
Oh, that's right. It opens today, doesn't it?
That's right.
Who's your favorite Bond?
Ooh, great question. Yeah, I think that's a generational question.
Yeah.
For me, it was Roger Moore because he was the guy when I was, 10, 11, 12, 14, that sort of thing.
Yeah. It's not Timothy Dalton.
He was okay. I really liked Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
I thought Pierce was good. He was very pretty. He was very suave and debonair. Just didn't have, Daniel Craig. He is. You don't want to mess with him.
He's brutal.
He is.
Oh, man.
I have to say, I think Daniel Craig is my favorite, and Pierce Brosnan is a very close second because I love Pierce Brosnan. But Daniel Craig, man, you actually. Unlike Sean Connery, who was a sexy guy, but I couldn't picture him doing all the things that Bond was supposed to be doing. Daniel Craig, I can.
Yeah, it's a much more athletic Bond.
Yes.
See, and I like your generational theory too, because Roger Moore was the Bond that I grew up with, and I get that he's not the serious Bond. It was more tongue in cheek, but they had a lot. But they had a lot more fun, I thought, with the gadgets and some of the gags, and it was. It was more of a lighthearted movie, whereas today it really is.
It's
more
very serious.
It's a very serious action thriller.
But the stories are good. I mean, it's not just Daniel Craig. I think the stories are good, and the direction is really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing the movie too.
So that's tonight, 7:15.
Right on.
Yeah,
right.
And that one, then University of Laverne men's soccer plays in the championship game for the season against Redlands at Redlands tomorrow night, 7:00.
Oh, cool! Are you going to the game?
Yes, we are. Boy, the Redlands crowd is a tough one. So that's my weekend. Not that you asked.
All right. So tell us what's going on with the Business Alliance.
Hey, Business Alliance, we have our first strategic meeting coming up, I think, in about 3 weeks. It's turned into more of an advisory role for the dean. He wanted to connect better with business leaders in the region. And so he's having, I think it's almost a 5-hour retreat with the members of Business Alliance to, it's going to be more of a quarterly meeting, not a monthly thing anymore, and to figure out what the best plan is and advise him on what the School of Business and Public Administration should do to better its presence out in San Bernardino and the Inland Empire. So it's turned into an advisory role for the dean. We'll see how that turns out. I'm excited about that because I think ultimately we'll have a bigger impact. Still doing stuff for the kids, so that's good too.
So it's really evolving because I used to be with a company that was a member of the Business Alliance, and our focus was really on raising money for the kids. I mean, it was so the marketing club could take their ideas to this or that conference and present, and which was really fantastic. Are you all still doing those things?
Yeah, we're still doing that because these are the folks. There's a group of us that give about $1,000 a year. Some as high as $3,000, depending. And there's still the opportunity to raise funds. But what we had kind of the group itself wasn't growing a heck of a lot, and it was tough to get people to jump up and volunteer and run conferences. And so we said, we're spending more money than we're bringing in. Why don't we just use the money we've got, use it smarter, and then use our connections to help these kids get jobs, internships, that sort of thing.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So the first meeting's coming up in about 3 weeks, and I think it's actually on the Friday for my next spot with you guys. So that'll be 2 weeks from today. So we'll see how that goes. November 20th, I believe.
Now, are you all involved with the Spirit of the Entrepreneur Awards?
No, well, I'm not involved with it. I'm going to it. It's Tuesday, and that's an exciting event. Did you go last year by any chance?
I did not.
Oh, okay. I'll see if I can't snaggle you a ticket or two.
That'd be great.
I'll see what I can do. Are you available?
I think so.
Wow. Well, now that everybody's heard our plans for Tuesday.
All right. Got to get out to the Spirit of the Entrepreneur Awards.
Yeah, it's a great event. They got some great businesses. Every year, there's some very good businesses that have done really amazing things, both on the product side as well as just the personnel side, what they do with their employees. And it's almost like a Business Academy Awards.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
And everybody who's anybody is there.
It is really, it truly is. We have our customers, City National customers, are going to be there, and it's inspiring for them, and it makes for a great team building event. A lot of them bring their office staff out there, And it's nice because it's a celebration of business, a celebration of accomplishment. The level of work that goes into this, that Mike Stahl does from the School of Business there, amazing, all the work and time and effort he does. They put it together, a judging panel. They do a video that they present on the screen there so everybody can see what these companies do. And it truly is the Academy Awards of Business for the Inland Empire. And when you have over 600 people, last year I think it was 700 plus, showing up to celebrate business, that says something.
And it's a networking bonanza.
Absolutely. You have a lot of CPA firms there, law firms. Of course, all us bankers, we love to get our fingers in everybody's business. We're there. So really a great event. And I don't know if there's seats still available, but certainly would go to the website, and I'll get that up for you in a minute. I'll get you that address. But great event. Thanks for mentioning that, Aaron. That's great. A great shout out there.
Sure. So on to business in Southern California. It seems to me, so the recession is finally ending in the Inland Empire, but I think nationally, isn't the economy starting to slow down?
It is. Factory orders fell for the second straight month, but when I woke up this morning, due to the miracle of notifications, as I bring this up, there was the U.S. employers added 271,000 jobs in October, and the unemployment rate fell slightly to 5%. So, it really is this has got to be fascinating for economics professors, because you have so many things going on that push and pull against each other. That is really making it difficult to predict what's going on. I personally still don't think they're going to raise rates. I really don't. They keep talking about it, but that pulls and pushes the market. The last 2 weeks, I mentioned before, factory orders fell for the second straight month, but now you've got great hiring numbers.
Well, isn't that seasonal? I mean, isn't that just gearing up for the holidays?
I absolutely could. Well, but that's October. There is some gear up to that, but that's still above expectations. So I think that bodes well. Certainly bodes well for the holiday season. Now, what happens after that? Tough to say. Really is. It's a fascinating economy, and both in good ways and bad ways. Wages really haven't gone up that much from a relative standpoint from where they were 10 years ago, but people have jobs, and I've said this before, you've heard me say it many times, everybody's got a second or even a third gig going.
Yep. So we need to take a break, so you'll stay with us, right?
God, I'm exhausted.
Exactly.
You're
You're exhausted. So much energy. We love it. So it is 6:16. We are talking to the great Adam Russell with City National Bank.
Get out of here.
Cal State San Bernardino's School of Business and Public Administration's Business Alliance. I'm Aaron Brinker.
I'm Tobin Brinker.
We are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5. We will be right back.
For more local radio every day, tune into KCAA Loma Linda.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds Custodian Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Ron Pritchard for this morning. Sunny skies, high near 73. Tonight, clear, low near 49. Sunny with a high near 77 on Saturday. Saturday night, mostly clear, low near 53. Sunny and 75 on Sunday. Sunday night, patchy drizzle, mostly cloudy, a low near 52. Monday, patchy drizzle, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, high near 67. Monday night, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low near 48. Tuesday, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny with a high near 68. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low near 48. Veterans Day Wednesday, sunny with a high near 72. Wednesday night, clear with a low near 50. Thursday, sunny and a high near 76. NBC News Radio, AM 1050, KCAA.
And now it's time for another Support San Bernardino Spotlight.
Hi, my name is George Hahn. I am the Senior Minister at the Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. In the next few weeks, we would like to support San Bernardino by highlighting the outstanding things about our city. Today's program features Michelle Takia. Please tell us about your involvement with the symphony.
Thank you, Reverend George. In the summer of 2008, I founded, established, and became artistic director of Symphonie Jeunesse Youth Orchestra for Strings. It was established for serious string instrumental students ages 12 to 18 wishing to advance their musical studies. Season 1 opened with 12 students, and over the next 7 seasons, the orchestra has grown to 35 members. We will be performing at Temple Emmanuel in Redlands on Tuesday, November 24th at 7 p.m. for the San Bernardino Clergy Association's annual Thanksgiving service. Symphonie Jeunesse holds auditions and is always looking for new members. Donations are welcome. Please call 951-203-0759. That's 951-203-0759. Thank you.
This program was underwritten by Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. If you would like information about today's program, please contact me, Reverend George, by calling 909-883-7171. That's 909-883-7171.
Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company has been serving the greater Inland Empire for over 60 years. For all of your printing needs, from full-color printing to high-speed copying and everything in between, go to Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company. Their staff is committed to your total satisfaction. Great service isn't just lip service at Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company. It's the way they do business year after year. Having trouble finding drafting supplies? Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company still carries a complete selection. Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company is rated high in customer satisfaction by Value Star, an independent rating company. For all of your personal or business printing, call Redlands Blueprint and Commercial Printing Company at 909-792-3478. That's 792-3478, or visit them on New York Street in Redlands off the I-10 and the Crosstown Freeway.
You're listening to KCAA, your good neighbor along the way.
Welcome back. I'm Erin Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on The Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5. We continue our conversation with Adam Russell with City National Bank and the Cal State San Bernardino School of Business and Public Administration's Business Alliance. So welcome back, of course, from the break. And so talk about what's going on with commercial real estate and other, other movement here in the Inland Empire.
Well, we had yesterday, there was a big bus tour that the National Association of Investment Property Owners does over here. I went on my first one about 4 years ago. They only had about 4 buses then. These are full-size tour buses. Yesterday, 8 tour buses filled with brokers, lenders, companies just wanting to learn about the real estate out here in the Inland Empire, and going to 4 areas. You had Westside Ontario, Ontario, Chino, going up to Fontana Rialto, out to Redlands, San Bernardino, down to Riverside, and Paris, and really looking at old warehouses that are out there, because that's the lifeblood of the Inland Empire. I was talking to one of the senior managing directors for one of the real estate companies, and, they're just building and building and building, and it's mostly all spoken for, okay? There's some speculative, of course there always is, but for the most part, he was very bullish on the area, but he did think that, next 18, 24 months, probably have that slow down a little bit, and to the point where it flattens out, maybe even takes a little bit of dip. And I think that's going to match the economy in general, Aaron. We've had a decent run, not a great run, but, it's been okay. The economy's, 2.5%. There's been a 3% number thrown out there, depending what you measure. But I think for the next year or so, I think that things are going to be good out here in the Inland Empire as companies continue to build their warehouses out here. This is a hub, right?
So, but that makes me a little nervous. I mean, and I know that's good. I mean, that's what has been our traditional economy here, our traditional business base here. But the focus just on warehouses makes me nervous because number one, it's terrible for the air quality. We have terrible air quality out here. But the other thing beyond that is that it's so dependent upon the health of the economy. Are there any other industries? Are people planning to bring other industries in this area that are maybe a little more recession-proof?
Well, what they're trying to do, put together tech hubs in various cities. Riverside has done that. They have a tech hub out in Riverside there. The office space, the vacancy rate, in 2009, 2010, vacancy rates were 25%, down to 12%.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it is good because what it means is that you have more companies coming out here, the white-collar worker coming out here, and then moving out there, maybe if not their headquarters and their regional offices to better match what's coming out here with the distribution. But what's really interesting is that you're putting more people in smaller spaces. And I was talking to another regional manager for a real estate company. It's a 105-year-old company. And to me, this is fascinating, and this serves right to the millennials. They looked around and they said, gee, half our office space isn't being used. Yes, it's used by people. They have their office, but they're not there. They're out doing things, either at meetings, maybe making sales calls, getting deals done, that sort of thing. So they really took a look at it, and they went, for lack of a better phrase, the full Monty here, right? So they said, let's completely redesign this and put space that people will use. So when people come into the office, they've got a laptop. They've got a headset that goes with that laptop. They go to a workspace, and they put their laptop down, hook it up into the two screens that are there. They tell the phone that they're at, hey, this is me. And so it doesn't matter where they are in the organization, whether it's Inland Empire, Orange County, L.A., the phone knows they're there. So when their number rings, it goes to that phone.
That's clever.
And they pick it up there.
That is clever.
And so what that's done is they've consolidated their office square footage. Senior management has had to do this. The CEO does not have an office.
Wow. No big corner office with a giant window?
No.
This
is a publicly held company, and I didn't have a chance to say, "Hey, Chief, you mind if I use your name on the radio tomorrow morning?" But no, so what happens is then this is the funny part. The guy says, what's really happened is senior management's gone, wow, we got a lot of young people working in this company because all they ever saw were themselves.
Wow.
And now there's a lot more interaction. They hear more ideas. They hear of what's going on, and it's really a cool thing. Let me read something here. This is the new workspace here, Tobin and Aaron. This is just, I think it's great because there's a lot of synergies in companies that are lost because of departments. You have this department over here, that department there, and that the tech companies up in Silicon Valley for years have known this. That's why you have, I think it was Google, that had in their cafeteria, the tables were just close enough where you'd be bumping somebody every time you got up. Because the point was they wanted people to meet each other. That's why they have free food in the cafeteria. If they're standing in line, hey, you're standing in line with someone you may not have seen before you start a conversation. What do you do in the company?
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And this is, which company was this one? The CEO of Mapbox, the San Francisco startup that powers maps for sites like Foursquare and Pinterest. And by floating around the office, the CEO can overhear conversations and string them together to make better decisions. And weeks ago, he overheard an employee he happened to be sitting near react to the clarity of a satellite image on his computer screen, exclaiming that he could count the sheep on a hillside in the photo. And just days earlier, he had sat next to people in sales. He knew the team was courting a big real estate client in New Zealand. And so he makes a connection. Yeah.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
And it really is, to me, a great way of getting people to talk to each other. With compliance talking with, in a bank situation would be compliance talking with credit, credit talking with sales, sales talking with operations, and, finding things out, learning what's out there, because now they're all in a shared workspace. And if people have, like for conference calls, that's what they have conference rooms for that, where you have quiet areas. But for the most part, they've got the technology set up where you come in and the workspace knows it's you. It knows you're there, whether it's Orange County, L.A., or the Inland Empire.
It seems to me that this is a trend that was accelerated by the recession, that I think the economy was shifting because of technology, that the way people were using space was shifting because of technology. But then when the economy crashed, a bunch of people, were either not working or working from home. And when they came back to the office space, they were used to doing things differently. And so it just kind of accelerated this whole change.
And I also think it's the way that millennials like to work.
Yeah.
What also appeals to me, when you have siloed departments and companies, it's very easy to get this kind of us versus them. Oh, that's that department. That is gone, because number one, you certainly don't want to spend any time gossiping at the office. You don't know who's sitting next to you.
I hadn't thought of that one.
Well, and there's
I don't
nothing.
know, Aaron. What do you do during the day?
I know. Well, no. But there's nothing more toxic to a work environment than gossip and subterfuge. And that kind of, if somebody's stupid, they're going to still do it, and they're going to be heard by the CEO and get fired. And so I think that this forces people to be a little more interactive. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, and Tobin, I think you make a great point. Is that the economy really had to consolidate. People had to open office to begin with. It just made it even more open with fewer people in there.
Yeah.
And this just came along and provided an opportunity. But this sort of thing, I've always said, takes enforcement from the top down.
Yeah.
And you've got to have the CEO do it. Otherwise, it's just lip service.
Indeed. So we have, actually, we're out of time. So let people know how they could follow you, find you, tell them about the website for the Business Alliance, et cetera.
Sure. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I have my own LinkedIn page. From time to time, I'll do an update there. Adam Russell. I'm on LinkedIn working with City National Bank, newly acquired by Royal Bank of Canada. They are now our one shareholder. Maybe I'll talk about that next time, but nothing's changed. We're still here, City National Bank. And then Business Alliance over the College of Business and Public Administration at Cal State San Bernardino. And, of course, thanks to your shout-out, we got the Spirit Awards coming up on Tuesday. Be in Riverside or be square.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Adam. It's always a treat to have you on the show. And so have a wonderful
weekend,
guys. And we'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
James Bond.
Bond, that's right. Have fun tonight. So it's time for a break. I'm Aaron Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5, and we'll be right back.
We can't be everything to everyone, or can we? The station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA.
California headline news. Authorities in Merced say a manifesto was found in the body of the student killed by campus police Wednesday after he stabbed 4 classmates.
The reason for these projected activities, I want to make this very clear. He had gotten kicked out of a study group and was upset with one of the students.
Merced County Sheriff Vern Warnke, all 4 victims survived. The investigation into Faisal Muhammad's background continues. State Fish and Game votes to ban people from taking certain crabs from waters north of the Ventura-Santa Barbara County line.
Most of the crab, I would say, that's in the market actually has come from outside of where the algal bloom is that we're experiencing on the Pacific coast, which is leading to this domoic acid in the crab.
Spokesperson Jordan Traverso, the commission voting after domoic acid levels in crabs were found to be higher than expected, posing a risk to public health. Former Oakland Raiders defensive end Anthony Wayne Smith spending the rest of his life behind bars for the murders of several people, convicted yesterday by a jury in Los Angeles for 3 murders dating back to 1999. Geico weather, dry and seasonal. Jeff Scott, California News.
Geico presents 15 things to see and do in California. The Redwood National and State Parks are located along the coast of Northern California. Most recognize that these parks are home to the tallest trees on Earth, but the parks also protect vast prairies, activities, woodlands, riverways, and miles of pristine coastline for our enjoyment. That's one of 15 things to see and do in California, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com.
Toby Keith, Good Times and Pickup Lines Tour. Presented by Ford F-Series, Saturday, November 7th, 7 p.m. at Laughlin Event Center. Toby Keith, Hellraiser Super Saver Reserve seats $20 while they last.
Gotta love this American ride. Brought to you courtesy.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster, benefiting the USO. Welcomed by the Laughlin Tourism Commission.
It's time for your KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5 traffic report. I'm Erin Brinker. In Ontario, an off-ramp is blocked on the 60 eastbound at Archibald Avenue. There's a SIG alert on the 60 east at Archibald. A big rig wreck with a downed light pole has the off-ramp shut down. Traffic is slow from Grove Avenue, an alternate exit at Vineyard or Haven. Stop-and-go traffic on the 60 in Chino westbound on Mountain Avenue at the 57 Orange Freeway. The 10 west is slow and go from the 15 to White Avenue. The 210 west is busy between Milliken and Carnelian. In Riverside, stop-and-go traffic on the 91 westbound between Magnolia Avenue and Riverside and Green River Road. The 71 south is busy between Euclid Avenue and the 91. In Temecula, stop-and-go traffic on the 15 between the 79 Winchester Road and the 79 South Temecula Parkway. San Bernardino, there's an accident. The shoulder is blocked on the 215 northbound at the California 3210 interchange. This crash involves two vehicles in the center divider. Also in San Bernardino, a disabled vehicle at the right lane is blocked at I-10 westbound at Waterman Avenue. In Moreno Valley, finally, slow traffic on the 215 northbound between Alessandro Boulevard and University Avenue. The 60 west is busy between Day Street and the 215. This has been your KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5 traffic report. I'm Erin Brinker.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Ron Pritchard. For this morning, sunny skies, high near 73. Tonight, clear, low near 49. Sunny with a high near 77 on Saturday. Saturday night, mostly clear, low near 53. Sunny and 75 on Sunday. Sunday night, patchy drizzle, mostly cloudy, low near 52. Monday, patchy drizzle, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, high near 67. Monday night, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low near 48. Tuesday, chance of showers, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny with a high near 68. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low near 48. Veterans Day Wednesday, sunny with a high near 72. Wednesday night, clear with a low near 50. Thursday, sunny and a high near 76. NBC News Radio, AM 1050, KCAA.
Mark Christopher Auto Center would like now to honor every American who has served in our armed forces.
You may never have had to leave your loved ones behind for many months, or even years, not knowing for sure whether you'd even see them alive again. But throughout our history, there have been Americans willing to endure the pain of separation in order to preserve freedom for the rest of us. November 11th is Veterans Day 2015, and we salute veterans across America and right here at home.
California's #1 GM dealer, Mark Christopher Auto Center, would like to salute the veterans of our nation. Mark Christopher is family-owned, has been since '75, and they know the sacrifices that families make for one another, as well as the sacrifices family members have made for our freedom. Mark Christopher Auto Center is proud to serve all of you who have served. Thank you for your service. From Mark Christopher Auto Center at the Vineyard exit of Interstate 10.
Hi, this is Steve Aladort from Rancho Financial with the Mortgage Minute. With property values increasing, this might be the perfect time to do a loan checkup to see if it makes sense to refinance. Do you have an equity line? If your equity line is getting close to 10 years old, your payment is about to fully amortize. Coupled with the certainty that the feds will soon increase short-term rates, there might be a substantial jump in payment on your line of credit. If we combine your current loan, equity line, and possibly even some of your credit debt, there could be a substantial reduction in what you have to pay each month. Do you have VA eligibility? VA will allow 100% cash-out financing. This may be a perfect time to use your eligibility. We can go 85% cash out with FHA or 80% with a standard conventional loan. There are many possible options that could make a huge difference in your monthly payments. That's why you need a loan financial planner to provide you with all of your possible options. Give me a call, Steve Aladort, at 888-563-1070. That's 888-563-1070, or go to loanfinancialplanner.com.
Miss something today, yesterday, last week? Check out our podcasts at www.kcaaradio.com. We leave no listener behind.
Run away with me. Lost soul to reverie. Running wild and running free.
And I'm Tobin Brink.
You had to think about that for a second?
I did.
We are on the Brink the Morning Show on KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5. We got Brandon McCormick in the booth playing the cool music. Looking forward to the weekend. And there's a huge story right now. First, before we do anything, I want to send my prayers and my thoughts to the family of the fallen police officer from the city of San Bernardino.
Yeah.
It's really tragic. Bryce Haynes, a 40-year-old Redlands resident, he had just dropped off an inmate at the West Valley Detention Center at Rancho Cucamonga when he was T-boned by another motorist who ran a red light, and he was killed. And this man has, I think, 3 children under the age 12 and under, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his family.
Yeah, and the person who hit and killed him apparently was driving drunk.
Yeah,
driving while under the influence, and we do all this stuff to try to get these people off the road, and they're still out there. I mean, how hard is it? Especially we've got Uber, you've got taxi cabs, you got cell phones on, you can call people. I mean, why are you driving if you've been drinking?
Right. Exactly. And so, this impacts everybody on the force. They're a family when they all work together in that kind of work. And so my thoughts and prayers also go out to the everybody in law enforcement, because they all feel this. This gentleman, this 40-year-old fallen officer, was a graduate of San Bernardino High School. He's a kid who grew up here, who became a cop here, and was doing the things he should have been doing. So, it's really horrible that what has happened. So on to Governor Brown. This story hit yesterday, and it's actually a really big one. Governor Jerry Brown last year directed state oil and gas regulators to research, map, and report back on any mining and oil drilling potential in history at the Browns' family private land in Northern California. After a phone call from the governor and follow-up requests from his aides, senior staffers in the state's oil and gas regulatory agency over the last 2 days produced a 51-page historical report and geological assessment, plus a personalized satellite image geological and oil and gas drilling map for the area around Brown's family ranch land near the town of Williams. Ultimately, the regulators told the governor prospects were very low for any commercial drilling or mining at the 2,700-acre property, which has been in the Brown's family for more than a century. Through the state's open records law, the Associated Press obtained the research that regulators carried out for Brown and emails among senior oil and gas regulators scrambling to fulfill the governor's request. Brown spokesman Evan Westrop declined to discuss the work for the governor, referring the AP to California's Division of Oil, Gas, and Geothermal Resources. The agency said that the work was a legal and proper use of public resources and no more than the general public would get, but oil industry experts say they could not recall a similar example of anyone getting that kind of state work done for private property.
So I'm going to call these guys, and I'm going to say, hey, can you come out tomorrow and do a 51-page report for me on my property and include the satellite images and all the maps and all the stuff with the history?
Right.
Don't charge.
And by the way, don't charge me. Yeah.
Don't charge me for it, and get it to me, the next day. What?
Yeah.
They just do that for everybody?
No, they don't.
I did not know that.
No, and actually, like I said, this is an impeachable offense. I don't think that there's the political will to do this because, the Democrats he's a Democratic governor. The Democrats have the majority in both houses of the legislature.
And the lieutenant governor would be the presiding officer of an impeachment trial.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom's going to impeach Jerry Brown. I don't think so.
No. California law bars elected officials from using public employees or other public resources for personal purposes, with limited exceptions for things like occasional personal calls from work phones. Regulators say the personal work they did for Brown was legal and appropriate. We field similar requests for public historical information, and responding is one of the division's public service responsibilities, said Don Drysdale, a spokesman for the Oil and Gas Agency. Drysdale said the satellite image geological and drilling map prepared by the state for Brown's land took a few hours, quote, unquote. Regulators and Brown's office declined to provide examples of any similar geological assessment and maps that oil and gas regulators have done for anyone else who was curious about any oil and gas potential on their private land. The AP has filed a public records request for them.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is corruption. This is the very definition of corruption.
You know, locally, oftentimes you'll hear rumors about local elected officials who had some city maintenance guy come out and, do some work on their property,
right,
fixing, broken things or, and this is of the same, tone, but this is confirmed. I mean, he did it. This is not a rumor. They're admitting, yeah, we did this work for him.
Well, and
on the taxpayers'
and
dime.
the AP, it's not, IHateDems.com. This is the AP who's reporting this, and so
yeah.
that they've done their due diligence.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not it's like you said, it's not a partisan hit job. This is a true news story from the most reliable news agency in the country, the Associated Press, right? Wow.
So Jessica Levinson, a governance expert and professor at Loyola Law School in Los Angeles, said that if state regulators had done that kind of work before for private landowners, they should be able to provide examples. Of Brown's request, Levinson said, if no other private individual is able to avail himself of this opportunity, and it's clearly just for personal gain instead of public benefit, then it's clearly problematic.
Yeah.
So, we have to keep an eye on this. This is not good.
I think the question, and that last quote raises the important question, what's the public benefit of doing something like this for a private individual, right?
There is none.
Yeah, I mean, there is none. So
unless he's going to gift that land to the state or gift the oil from that land to the state,
yeah,
then no.
Or I suppose
or
the
to
state,
a nonprofit land conservancy or something.
Or I suppose the state could argue, we might get some sort of tax revenue from it if they do this, but that's a real stretch.
That's horse hockey. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's no, I don't believe that. That doesn't pass the smell test for me.
Yeah. So this is a little rude, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's Friday.
Go right ahead.
We call him Governor Moonbeam because way back in the day he was talking about putting satellites up and all this kind of stuff. That's how he got the nickname Moonbeam. But with this new scandal, I think it should be Governor Gashole. That's right. I said gas hole. Governor Gashole.
Well, and the thing about it is what is he going to do on his land then? Start fracking? Let's say that they did find shale on his land. Would he start fracking? Governor Environmental Moonbeam, is he going to start fracking? I don't think so.
Yeah, I know. Pretty funny.
Pretty funny stuff.
I wish that I had a sense that the government would actually take this seriously and give it the kind of consideration, because that if this was a Republican governor with the exact same legislature,
people would be losing their minds.
They would go ballistic, and they would have him up on impeachment charges in a heartbeat. And so if that would happen with the opposition party, why won't it happen with your own guy, right? I mean, if that's the standard, right? If you're being objective about it,
because politics trumps ethics in our world today.
And that's wrong.
It is wrong.
That
Indeed.
is 100% wrong.
Yes. If something is wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Regardless of who, whether the person's on your side or the other side. But that's not the world that we live in anymore.
Yeah.
It needs to be.
Yeah.
But it's not the world we live in anymore.
Well, and it's sad, and not to make this a national thing, but, at least when George W. Bush was president, the people who did wrong in his administration were charged and went to jail.
Yes.
In the current administration, there have been lots of people who've done wrong stuff, and nobody's going to jail.
No.
Nobody's getting charged.
Although you say that, but all of the bankers and all of the regulators and all of the blah, 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 that at the end, that helped facilitate or bring about the crash in 2008. And I know that was an election year. Mm-hmm. But those people, nothing happened to them. None of them went to jail.
Yeah. But the prosecution phase of that would have happened under the Obama administration.
Indeed. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So it is 6:46. It's time for another break. I'm Erin Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on The Brink, the morning show on KCAA, AM 1050 and FM 106.5, and we'll be right back.
KCAA, where every day is a great day. KCAA, Loma Linda.
The Diocese of San Bernardino wants to invite you to the 14th Annual Bishops Golf Classic, Thursday, December 3rd at PGA West in beautiful La Quinta, California. All proceeds from the tournament, dinner, and auction will benefit Catholic school education in the San Bernardino Diocese. For more information, call your local Catholic school or the San Bernardino Diocesan Office at 909-475-5437.
Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details, 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper, now in the IE.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
And now it's time for another Support San Bernardino Spotlight.
Hi, my name is George Hahn. I am the Senior Minister at the Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. In the next few weeks, we would like to support San Bernardino by highlighting the outstanding things about our city. Today's program features Michelle Takia. Please tell us about your involvement with the symphony.
Thank you, Reverend George. In the summer of 2008, I founded, established, and became artistic director of Symphonie Jeunesse Youth Orchestra for Strings. It was established for serious string instrumental students ages 12 to 18 wishing to advance their musical studies. Season 1 opened with 12 students, and over the next 7 seasons, the orchestra has grown to 35 members. We will be performing at Temple Emmanuel in Redlands on Tuesday, November 24th at 7 p.m. for the San Bernardino Clergy Association's annual Thanksgiving service. Symphonie Jeunesse holds auditions and is always looking for new members. Donations are welcome. Please call 951-203-0759. That's 951-203-0759. Thank you.
This program was underwritten by Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. If you would like information about today's program, please contact me, Reverend George, by calling 909-883-7171. That's 909-883-7171.
Your voice, your opinions, heard round the world at www.kcaaradio.com. The station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA.
Welcome back. I'm Erin Brinker.
And I'm Tobin Brinker.
And we are on The Brink, the morning show on KCAA, AM 1050 and FM 106.5. This next story is a doozy, and I want Brandon to weigh in this time. So I'm giving you some warning, Brandon.
Things are about to get serious up in here.
They're going to get real up in here.
Okay. So a New Jersey mother, Erin, said that she was shocked when her 8th grade son showed her a homework assignment that asked him to consider what he would do if, he contracted herpes after drinking and having a one-night stand. This is an 8th grader. Okay. Now, Amy Loper said her son was given the assignment in his language arts class. The question asked students to respond to a hypothetical story involving a bad day. You know, blackout drinking, sex with a stranger, culminating in a herpes diagnosis. So, Loper, who openly talks to her 13-year-old son about such topics, said that he thought it was funny. She said that she knows some people think that the scenario could happen at that age, but she believed that it was the wrong class for such an essay. I would go much further in saying it was the wrong class, personally. But she said the school superintendent told her that it was part of the core curriculum and was a companion with the book that students were given titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. She said, I could opt him out of sex education if I wanted, but I wanted to opt him out of language arts instead. Loper said her son did not complete the assignment. I am just shaking my head.
So you teach 8th grade as well as 7th grade, and you know the age group.
And I use the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens.
Yes,
as well.
you do, because we are a Covey family.
Yeah.
And so so tell us. I can't even fathom this. Well, before you talk, I want to hear what Brandon, because he's the millennial in the group. I want to hear what Brandon has to say about this.
Okay, so I read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens when I was in middle school. I read it in 7th grade. I don't remember it that well, but I don't think it covers that in that
Bingo.
way.
Bingo.
Bingo.
The superintendent tells her this is part of the core curriculum. It's not. He tells her that this is a companion item to that book. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen Covey was a devout Mormon. There is no way on God's green earth that this particular prompt would have been in their lexicon.
No. There is a reason that I have a problem with this. I think that teaching this sort of thing in this way makes it more socially acceptable. And that's where I see a problem with this.
Indeed.
Yeah, it normalizes it. It makes kids think, oh, this is normal stuff that kids do.
This is a bad night out. It happens. Like,
yeah.
No,
oh, well,
you should strive to have that not happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about not sleeping with people you don't know after you've been blackout drinking?
Or drinking when you're 13 years old.
How about waiting till you're 21 and don't drink till you're stupid?
Yeah. It's just there's so much that's wrong with this. And, you know, the way this article characterized the mom as saying, oh, you know, this is, you know, if it was a sex ed class, I don't think this is appropriate in a sex ed class. I really don't think this is an appropriate discussion. It's certainly not in this context of a hypothetical story. What would you do?
Well, and you think about what's a bad day to an 8th grader, right?
Yeah.
So he asks a girl to go to the dance with him, and she laughs at him and tells him no.
Yeah.
He tries out for the school's flag football team, and he doesn't make it. He loses his homework. He loses a video game battle. Those are the kinds of 8th grade bad days that, or, your parents are getting a divorce. That would cause a really bad day.
Yeah.
Your mom is sick. I mean, there's so many other things that she could have talked about.
Yeah. The whole thing is just wrong on so many levels. As a parent, I would have been way, way more over the moon on this. I would have just gone ballistic on the teacher, on the school district, because this is so inappropriate.
Well, and it's interesting that the article says core curriculum. It doesn't say common core curriculum.
Yeah.
And I'm quite certain this is a common core assignment.
Yeah. It's interesting you mentioned that because, Rialto got in some trouble because of a quote-unquote
another idiotic prompt.
Common core.
Yes.
Thing that some people wrote that stupid Holocaust essay, that denied the Holocaust.
Right.
Put that in there. And I see this as being kind of a similar piece where you have teachers that are attempting to do something that they think is Common Core, that they think will grab kids' attention or make them, engage or whatever. But it's completely inappropriate. It's adults using really poor judgment.
8th graders and 7th and 8th, so high school seniors. This actually wouldn't, it's an obnoxious assignment, but I wouldn't freak out if my senior came home with this assignment. An 8th grader has no judgment. They're essentially big, gangly kids.
Yeah.
They don't, this is completely, wholly inappropriate for that age group. They are not little adults. They really are big children at that point.
Exactly. I love how you characterize that. And anyone who spends any time around middle school children recognizes very quickly, even though some of them may look fairly mature, that they are, in fact, children.
Yeah, they look mature and then they open their mouths.
Exactly.
And that's age appropriate because they're not adults, they're children.
And I love teaching that group. I love those kids. They have great spirits, but they're kids. They're kids, and you got to keep them as kids. This kind of thing is an attempt to sort of grow them up quick, and it ain't growing them up right, that's for sure.
And it makes the assumption, because there's this lore out there that so many of the kids are out there doing things that we did when we were in college, having sex and doing drugs and drinking and blah, blah, blah. The kids who are doing that in the 8th grade, there's some real trouble in their lives, and they don't need that behavior normalized. They need help.
Yeah. Let me make one other comment here. Earlier in the show when we had Adam Russell on, he talked about this generational divide with the Bond films. I really think I'm a big believer in this generational theory of history, where you can look at different generations and you see a really different character. The newest generation that comes after the millennials, they're in the middle schools today.
Right. That's the age of this young man.
That's the age of this young man. We don't have a name for this generation yet that comes after the millennials, okay? But I will tell you that they are significantly different. I recognized it immediately. These are the kids that were born after September 11th, after the terrorist attack in 2001. They have been raised entirely during this decade of war, decade and a half of war, and their parents have been uber helicopter parents who have controlled every aspect of their lives. These kids are so much more sheltered than the millennials ever were, and I see them as being, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but less mature, more childlike, more babyish. I have a lot more kids that are crying in class, and certainly their interests are not the kind of prepubescent, mature interests that this prompt would suggest. This group is a group of kids that are still very much playing with toys and not
wearing the SpongeBob shirts.
Yeah, and not wanting to grow up as quick, which I find actually quite refreshing. And these are some of the nicest kids I've ever taught in my 21 years of teaching.
I have to say, and we have 1 minute left, it's interesting because the majority of the millennials were raised by baby boomers, which had a different philosophy of parenting than Gen Xers. Now, the majority of these kids have been raised by Gen Xers. Yeah. And Generation X was really, they were free-range parenting was the hallmark of the Generation X.
Abandonment.
How they were, it's abandonment, how they were raised. And so the flip side is they've become helicopter parents, which has a different set of issues, but it makes total sense that the kids coming in now, coming into your schools now, are different.
Yeah,
they're different. So we are out of time. It is 6:59. Have a wonderful Friday, everybody, and wonderful weekend. I'm Erin Brinker.
I'm Tobin Brinker.
We've got Brandon McCormick in the booth. We are on the Brink, the morning show on KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5. Have a great weekend.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
I'm Chris Maurer, CNBC Business Radio. On Wall Street, sometimes good news is bad news. The good news, a blowout jobs report. The Labor Department report showed payrolls increased by 271,000 last month. That was well over the 180,000 expected. But traders are worried the strong employment report will give the Federal Reserve a good reason to raise interest rates next month. Chicago Fed President Charles Evans telling CNBC stronger job growth will help push up inflation, which has been lagging below the central bank's 2% target. Evans is a voting member of the FOMC. Oscar Muniz says he will be back at the helm at United Continental in the first quarter of next year. He suffered a heart attack 3 weeks ago, but says he's on the road to recovery. And SEC filings indicate mobile payment company Square will price its initial public offering between $11 and $13 per share.
Are you ready to take your diabetes management to the next level? Put the Contour Next meter to the test and challenge your meter. The Contour Next meter makes testing easy and highly accurate with close to lab level results. And Contour Next gives you a second chance, allowing you to reapply to the same strip when the first sample is not enough, saving you time and money. So take the challenge. Go to ContourNextChallenge.com, and now you can find the new Contour Next 35 count test strips only at Walmart.
You're a small to mid-sized business with 300 to 3,000 employees. You face the same network security challenges as big businesses do, but can't support a big IT investment, leaving your doors open to advanced cyber threats. Barracuda next-generation firewalls provide all the core features of enterprise firewalls and UTMs, but without hidden costs and deployment hurdles, making owning a big business firewall no big deal for your SMB. Reclaim your network. Try a Barracuda next-gen firewall risk-free at barracuda.com/firewalls.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
It's time for your KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5 traffic report. I'm Erin Brinker. In Chino, we have stop-and-go traffic on the 60 westbound between Mountain Avenue and the 57 Orange Freeway. The 10 west is slow and go from Riverside Avenue to the 15. The 210 west is busy between Cherry Avenue and Carnelian. In Riverside, stop-and-go traffic on the 91 westbound between Magnolia Avenue and Green River Road. East is slow and go from Madison Street to Central Avenue. The 71 south is busy between Euclid Avenue and the 91. In Corona, an accident. The shoulder is blocked on the 91 westbound after Lincoln Avenue. In Ontario, an accident. The shoulder is blocked on the 15 southbound before Highway 60. In Moreno Valley, stop-and-go traffic on the 215 northbound between Alessandro Boulevard and University Avenue. South is slow from La Cadena to Columbia Avenue. The 60 west is busy between Heacock Street and the 215. In San Bernardino, there's an accident. The shoulder is blocked at the 215 northbound at California 30, California 210, that interchange. This crash involves two vehicles now along the right shoulder. In Ontario, off-ramp has been reopened on the 60 eastbound on Archibald Avenue. The SIG alert has been canceled. A big rig wreck has been cleared from the off-ramp. Traffic is now recovering. And finally, in Paris, slow traffic on the 215 northbound between Highway 74 East and Harley Knox Boulevard. This has been your KCAA AM 1050 and FM 106.5 traffic report. I'm Erin Brinker.
With your Friday news, I'm Jim Miller, CNBC News, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, the station that leaves no listener behind. Riverside County Sheriff's deputy fired his gun while dealing with an uncooperative suspect, but did not hit the suspect when he responded to a call in Jurupa Valley Wednesday night. Deputies went to a home at the 4300 block of Mapleton Circle just after 6:30. After receiving a call that a man who was brandishing a knife was threatening people inside the home, deputy fired a shot, but the man reached behind his back, grabbed an unknown object, and swung at the deputy. The man was not hurt. Charges are pending. Riverside got its premature birth report card Thursday, and it needs improvement. March of Dimes gave the city a B, but said the preterm birth rate of 8.6% was above the state average. Still higher rates were reported in Los Angeles, Fresno, Bakersfield, and the highest rate of 10.2% in Stockton. March of Dimes' goal is 8.1% by 2020. Labor groups calling for additional action over the county HR director's prostitution scandal. The protest Thursday brought several public workers to the county government center to demand that HR director Andrew Lamberto and county CEO Greg Devereaux be held accountable. They charged that Lamberto violated public trust when he propositioned a prostitute in Orange County and that Devereaux failed to report on Lamberto's arrests. Here's your news. I'm Jim Miller, CNBC News, KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
This is KCAA.
He is a regular contributor to the Fox Business Channel and Bloomberg Radio. In addition to this, he is a regular contributor to TheStreet.com and MarketWatch.com. Now he's live here on the Wall Street Business Network. Here is Bill Gunderson.
And good morning. Welcome to
the Friday morning edition of the Best Stocks Now radio hour with professional money manager Bill Gunderson. This is Rob Sanford filling in for Bill on this newsletter Friday. I kind of expected Stephen Gunderson to join me this morning, and I think he might here in the last half of the show. But I think he's fully engaged